Do you find yourself wasting an entire evening scrolling through your phone? Do you feel like there isn't enough time in your day to do all the things you need to do? Do you feel like time is passing you by faster and faster every year? If this is you, then welcome or welcome back. Alex of ONILIFE, the first and most important human resource, time. Let me introduce you to the two ways to give your life more time: longevity and perception, as well as 5 practical actions you can do for each of them. We'll be looking at the relationship between time and people. Let's start off with the facts. Time moves linearly at the same speed for everyone on Earth. Sorry, Doctor Who, you're not included. It's a limited resource for people. The oldest person recorded being a French lady named Joan Calment, who lived up to 122 years old. In most modern cultures, we're taught from a young age that speaking about death or a lifespan is a taboo or impolite, as most people feel a sense of fear or dread when confronted with their mortality. However, facing this fear can allow you to perceive your life as a whole, allowing you to fuel your purpose and know how to best spend your life. The first of the two ways to give your life more time: longevity. Looking at the historical changes in the human lifespan, before the access to modern medicine and safe childbirth around 250 years ago, the human life expectancy was around 30 years old. This fits well with our neighbouring mammals, the great apes, chimpanzees, and gorillas, who usually live up to 30 to 40 years. Observing other mammals, the size of the mammals are correlated with their lifespans. For example, the average mouse will live for 1 year, whilst the average bowhead whale will live for 200 years. We're living in a time of great change where the average life expectancy of a US citizen 100 years ago was 55 years old. However, now it's around 79 years old. The UN predicts the life expectancy to grow to around 84 years old by 2050, thanks to their help in better technology and better knowledge in how to live a healthier life. That's 25 extra years relative to people that lived just 4 generations ago. Something we can all be grateful for. The 5 ways to increase longevity is by taking care of your physical body and by lowering the risk of an early death. It's the same 5 actions mentioned in the video, 5 areas for ONILIFE, episode 7, which I'll quickly go through. 1. Eating a balanced diet. 2. Getting quality sleep. 3. Exercising, as mentioned in ONILIFE, episode 6. 4. Good hygiene. 5. Staying safe. The second of the 2 ways to give your life more time: perception. When time feels like it's moving more quickly, it's often because we're using less willpower. A young child will have a higher expenditure of willpower per hour than an adult, so they will perceive time more slowly. This happens because a young child will form the perception of reality with the sensory raw data around them, what they observe, rather than what they already know inside their head, their preconception. That's why when they see something new, they try to get as much sensory data as they can by looking at something from different angles, or by putting it in their mouth, tasting it, or by shaking it to see if it makes sound, smelling it, that kind of thing. Since children are very curious about novel phenomenon, it allows them to have very direct experience with reality, and hence will use up more of the willpower per hour. Most adults, on the other hand, have already got thoughts and beliefs about most things they perceive in their daily lives. They wake up in the same place, do the same thing in the morning, commute to work the same way, do a similar sort of job every day, come home and repeat. In order to save energy, the mind automates these processes, so it's got lower output of willpower per hour. Therefore, adults having less direct experience with reality, so time seemingly goes faster. If you want to maximize your perception of time even as you age, then try these 5 techniques. 1. Practice mindfulness, paying more attention to the single task at hand. The obvious example being focusing on the breath whilst meditating. It can also be applied on daily tasks. So in my case, when I brush my teeth, I like to do 3 strokes on each surface area of each tooth. So that's going to be 9 strokes times by 32 teeth, so for my wisdom teeth, So it takes quite a long time, and it's a very mindful process of brushing my teeth. Another is focusing on the specific muscle contraction when lifting weights. 2. New experiences. Trying new things that are multisensory, which is a great way to stimulate your mind. When I went surfing for the first time, I remember all the seawater that entered all my orifice, so through my mouth, nose, eyes, ears, and yeah, that was a very memorable experience. 3. Flow state. Performing an activity at an expertise level, meaning that after spending thousands of hours practicing the motion, you're able to do it automatically. Hence, you can redirect your willpower onto observing the environment around you. For example, after years of playing rugby, I was able to catch, pass, and run with the ball. So I could expend some of that willpower onto observing the environment around me, the people, the players, where the open space was, so that I can make better decisions in my plays. 4. Taking risks. When you're taking a risk, there is usually an outcome of winning or losing. So you naturally expend more willpower as there's more at stake. So time naturally feels like it's moving slower. Just as when life seems to slow down in a life or death situation, for example, in the movie The Matrix, where Neo goes into bullet time, where the bullet seems to come at him a lot slower than they would normally. 5. Living in the moment, where you consciously take time out of your day just to observe the beauty around you and to be grateful for it. This can be done by going for a walk out in nature or by counting your blessings for the things that you're able to do that's in front of you. I strongly believe that time is the most valuable resource that has the largest impact on the fulfillment of our lives. The more time we have, the more opportunities we have to challenge, fail, learn from, and then finally succeed. Therefore, hopefully allowing us to eventually find our own paths of fulfillment. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Please let me know in the comments below if there was anything you didn't understand about this topic or if you had any feedback in general. I hope there was at least one thing for you to take home with you from this episode, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you in next week's episode where we'll be delving deeper into the mind. So thank you very much. Hope you have a great week, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you again soon. Peace out.